You know, there are certain places where I actually appreciate that they have paid parking. To where you got to pay for parking to get a spot. Or they reserve parking, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Pay parking at truck stops. There are certain instances where I actually really appreciate that. You know, hauling an oversized load, an overdimensional load comes to mind. You know, like there was a time where I had an oversized load and, you know, I stopped, I think it was a pilot, and I stopped there, and there wasn't, all of the spaces that were left were single spaces. And I couldn't fit into a single space. I was too wide. I needed to take up 2 spaces. So, you know, I was able to reserve 2 spaces. You know, and there's certain places in the country where it's like, God damn, I wish they had paid parking here. You know, and there's certain places where it makes sense. You know, like certain major cities, like Atlanta, where there's like a one big ass Petro, and that's like the truck stop in town. You know, because all the other places you could possibly park, you probably wouldn't want to park there for fear of being fucking killed. You know, like places like out on the West Coast. Like, I don't know if I said this in another video. I'm pretty sure I haven't. Maybe I have. I think California is like neck and neck in competition with Massachusetts for the least truck-friendly state in the country. Because there's a lot more truck stops in California, but the state is also way bigger than Massachusetts. Yeah, I've said that. I think I talked about this in another video. Or maybe I didn't, I don't know. But my point is, you know, it's like there's certain places where I don't mind paying to park. There's certain instances. You know, I've talked about it before. You know, whatever. I'll pay to park. You know, but there are times when it pisses me the fuck off. You know, I'm not really one. I'm not like some of these truck drivers want the fucking world given to them. You know, and you'll see them on Trucker Path, you know, in the comments or the reviews of fucking truck stops and shit saying, oh, I can't even get a free cup of coffee with, you know, $700 of fuel, and you can't even get a free shower here with fucking blah 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 and shit like that. I get where they're coming from, but it's like I usually don't give a fuck about that shit. You know, sometimes it's like I'm just glad I'll stop at some tiny ass truck stop in the middle of nowhere, and I'm like, I'm just glad they have a fucking shower that I can use. You know, so I can take a fucking shower, let alone get one for free. I've pretty much gotten used to not having free showers because, you know, 9/10 of the places I fuel at are, you know, no-name mom-and-pop truck stops. They fix this shit. You know, and a lot of them I don't sleep at, so I don't get their free shower, which is fine. You know, and there's certain time, it's not very often that I pay for parking, but sometimes I will. You know, but when I come to a fucking Petro that's, I mean, these are just rough estimates. It's got like maybe 150 spots or something like it, maybe more. It's pretty big fucking Petro. And like 60, or at least 60 of those fucking spots, like a whole third of the parking is fucking paid parking. So, you know, I come into this place and there's like 30 open pay parking spots, like half of it's still open. Yet people are fucking triple parking on curbs. You know, there's something wrong there. You know, I'm all for businesses trying to make money. That's what they exist to do. That's the purpose of a business, is to make money. You know, but it comes to a certain point where it's just like you're fucking your customers in the ass. Right? You know, I believe in, you know, if you have a service that's in demand, you should charge money for it. But on that same token, I don't believe in fucking people out of money just because you can. Right? There's a fine fucking line you gotta draw there. You know, and an example that I could think of is when I used to move furniture, you know, for a short while. Back when it was, you know, back in the day when it was hard to find work, you know, my cousin was unemployed too, and I was like, you know, look, man, we could move furniture for this place on Craigslist, you know. And you know, we showed up, and it's the worst job I've ever fucking worked. I think that I'd rather be a fucking coal miner. I'd rather be a trash guy. I'd rather run down the street and dump people's trash cans into the back of a trash truck than do that shit again. Moving furniture fucking sucks. And my hat's off to anybody who does it professionally. Because holy fucking shit, that job's the worst. And we were working like 16, 18-hour days, making fucking like hardly anything, couple $100 a week, killing ourselves, fucking working our asses off in the Texas heat. Fuck that shit. You know, but it was an independent contractor position. And, you know, the way they had it set up is to where, you know, they give these people these quotes over the phone. Like, people call in and they tell them, like, oh, we can get you moved for this much, right? And they either do it on an hourly basis or they do it on an inventory basis, like 1 TV, 2 mattresses, 2 box springs, 3 couches, so on and so forth. You know, and they would give people relatively good quotes. And because of that, they got a pretty good amount of business. But what the part of the reason why they gave people such good quotes is because they tell you this, we expect you to upsell to these people. Like, basically they said to us, look, man, you've got to I can't remember what the specific name, upcharges or something like that. You've got to get a specific number of percentage of upcharges or we're going to have to let you go. Which is basically them saying, like, when you get there, you need to find reasons to charge these people more fucking money or else you're no good to us. Which is just, it's fucked. You know, because we wouldn't do that shit where you load up somebody's stuff into the trailer and then you say, okay, and like hold their shit for ransom, which I believe is illegal. I'm pretty sure there's laws against that. We wouldn't. That's not what we did. You know, we would show up there and, like, say it was inventory. I'd go through the inventory and I'd say, oh, look, you've got 6 more boxes. We've got to, I counted your boxes. You said there's 40. There's actually 46. So I'm going to have to charge you $5 per box for those extra 6 boxes. Not to mention, the front door of your apartment is more than 250 feet from the truck. So I'm going to have to charge you another 150 and so on and so forth. To where it's like, we're not technically breaking the law. We're not holding anyone's stuff ransom. They had to pay the money and sign off on it, and sign the document for the change, you know, so it was all nice and legal and shit before we could start. But it's just the fact that basically you told someone these people like plan their moving days, and they usually plan it around like one lease ending and another lease starting so that their leases don't overlap and they're not paying 2 rents and 2 electric bills and so on and so forth. So usually when people have a moving day and they hire a company to move their shit, that is the day they've got to get moved. And when you basically say, hey, look, it's going to cost you another $300 extra from what they quoted you, you basically got people's nuts in a vice already, because it's not like they could just out of the fucking blue call and schedule another moving company. You know, you're basically fucking these people over. You're fucking over your customers to the point where you really don't give a shit if you ever get them as a repeat customer. In fact, you're so goddamn crooked as a company, you kind of expect that you're not going to get repeat customers. You're just always trying to get new ones. But see, with shit like that, And I fucking hated that shit. That's one of the main reasons I quit. Other than the job sucking, I was like, I'm tired of fucking people out of money. You know, and I felt like a fucking asshole trying, like, saying, oh, you know, I know they told you 240, but it's actually going to be 360. It's actually going to be 420. And these people were like, I got to pay it now? Yeah. They're like, okay, people are like jumping in their cars and going to the ATM to get more money and shit. You know, and some of these people were in bad situations. We moved people whose apartments had caught fire. We moved abused women. You know, we moved women out of their apartments that had not told their boyfriends they were fucking moving. And that's why they hired a fucking crew to come move their shit, is because they needed it moved quickly. You know, and like we were at one place and the fucking dude showed up and confronted her in front of us. It was like, what the fuck are you doing and shit? And me and my cousin are like, oh my God, we're gonna have to fucking step in and shit, you know. But it didn't go that far. But you know, that's my point, you know. And we moved one woman to like one of the, like, a woman's only apartment complex or something like that, where there's like no men, kind of like a women's shelter kind of deal or something like that, you know. And you're putting these people in a fucked up ass position, you know. So look, I mean, you know, you should make it, you should make your business, you should run your business to where your customers want to give you more money. They want to pay for your services. You make it worthwhile. Be like Quick Trip. Any of you guys ever been to a Quick Trip in like Wisconsin or Minnesota? I think they're mostly in Wisconsin, and I think there's maybe some in Iowa, but they're real big in Wisconsin. They are the best truck stop chain in the fucking country. Put your hands down. Hands down. They are the best. Quick Trips are fucking excellent. And I wish they had them in every state in the country. And I wish they could put Pilot Flying J out of fucking business, because they are excellent. In what ways? Like, I've never been to a Quick Trip. Like, how are they better? In every fucking way. In every single way. Think of every single complaint you could have about any fucking truck stop. Quick Trip is the best at it. They've fixed everything. They're excellent. The only possible complaint I could say about Quick Trip is I wish that a lot of their I wish they had more parking at a lot of their truck stops. But I've never really had trouble finding parking at a Quick Trip. They got free fucking Wi-Fi. Their hot food is excellent. Their service is excellent. Their selection is fucking excellent. Their showers always clean. Their people, their service is always nice. They got free fucking Wi-Fi. Free Wi-Fi. In the parking lot. Not just in the store, in the parking lot. Quick Trip is the shit. You know? But it pisses me the fuck off. And, you know, the reason I'm going on this fucking tirade is because, you know, I come to this Petro, and I don't like Petros. I don't like them. I don't like TAs or Petros. I don't like them. The only thing I like about TAs and Petros is they have a good selection of phone chargers. That's just about it. But you know, TA Petro is the worst when it comes to pay parking. You know, and you know what, if you want to try to defend them and say like, oh well, you know what, man, the problem is a lot of truckers go to these places and they just park and they don't spend any money. Yeah, I guess, but so fucking what? So the fuck what? You know, I mean, you're talking about, how can a mom and pop truck stop, the majority of which usually don't charge for parking, and then you have TA and Petros, the majority of which do have paid parking. Like, you know, I think Petros got probably several billion more dollars. They're like a major corporation than these fucking mom and pop truck stops. They don't want you paying for parking. They want you to come in. They want you to buy a shower. They want you to eat at their restaurant, their little cafe, their diner. You know, but if not, it's cool. At least you stop by. But if they provide, that's the whole reason behind parking at truck stops. Is if they spend the night here, or they take a 34-hour reset here, maybe they'll come in and spend some money at the store or something. They'll get their showers here. They'll do their laundry here. You know? I feel like maybe, and you know, this is back in the day, you know, things ain't what they were and shit, but, you know, truck stops in this country, they really should be there to support the truckers of the country. That's what they were originally intended to be. You know, that's why, you know, truck stops started offering, you know, bunk rooms and shit back when, you know, truckers were driving everybody was driving in day cabs and they were sleeping in bench seats and shit. And so you started having truck stops put in bunk rooms so you could say, hey, you know, you guys want to sleep in a real bed, you sleep here. Truck stop, you know, I live my life at truck stops. I do my laundry and I take all my showers at truck stops. You know, I get a lot of food. You know, truck stops are here to support the trucker. You know? But with this paid parking shit, you're fucking raping us. You know? You know, we come here to your place, and you know what? I'm gonna be spending money at this fucking joint too. You know, I'm gonna go in there, like, they want, what, $15 to park? I think it's about $15 to park. And then it's another thing I don't like about TA Petro. They got like fucking $14 showers. What the fuck? I go to mom and pop trucks that pay $8 for a shower. And don't try to tell me that TA Petro showers are way better. Because I've gotten $8 showers at a lot of places that were better. Like fucking Quick Trip. You know? Fucking, it's just ridiculous. So it's not necessarily the fact that this place, a third of its fucking parking is paid parking. You know, and that truckers are forced to like park next to the fucking scale and shit. It's the fact that they send their fucking security guard around in the middle of the night. Like, their security guard must have started at 11 because I didn't see him before 11. They say they send him around the parking lot and start banging on doors to force people into the paid parking. Because at 11 at night, it's so fucking late that everybody who's on e-logs, they're already out of fucking time. They can't drive anymore. You know, I mean, I was still awake, but like, some of these guys have been asleep for like 3-4 hours by now. Or they're halfway through their 10-hour break. They're fucking sleeping. And you send this fucking poor guy banging on fucking doors like, hey, you gotta go park in a reserve spot. That's fucked up. That's fucking bullshit. You got a problem with people parking on your fucking curbs? Open up some of this paid parking. It's fucking ridiculous. You shouldn't have people parking on curbs and then have a bunch of open paid parking. You're fucking up, in my opinion. You're not welcoming. And basically, you're taking advantage of your customers is what you're doing. You know? And I'm sorry, I just can't buy into that whole, well, fucking, you know, if you don't, you know, they do it because they know there's a demand. Like, I get that. I get the economics behind it, but you know, that pisses me off about it. It makes me like Petro less. You know? That not only do they're basically for lack of a better term, they're fucking forcing you at gunpoint to fucking park in. No, you're gonna pay $15 for parking. Okay, so what if I go into the fucking Iron Skillet, Country Pride, and I get a steak dinner? Then do I get free parking? No. Well, I mean, okay, well, if I get free parking, can I get a free shower too? No. You want to park here and shower? That's $30 fucking dollars. You know, and it's like, I'm not even in a major city. You know? I'm not going to say where I'm at, but I'm not in a fucking major city. I would say this, I'm in Texas. I'm in South Texas. I could go to fucking Houston and have a better parking situation than I have fucking here. You know? The only reason I didn't go to Love's, not too far away, is because the place I'm delivering at is like right down the street from here. And I'm already fucking here. And I don't feel like starting my clock back up. And, you know, because that would make me late to my delivery. I still have some time left, but then I'd be late to my fucking delivery. You know, I figured I'd just park here because it's so damn close to where I'm delivering. You know, it pisses me the fuck off. You're gonna, and, you know, I wanted to be a fucking asshole to that security guard, but he basically was like, you know, he already had the demeanor of like, look, I don't want to be doing this, but, you know, it's not my rules. I'm just doing my job. So I was like, I can't. I'm not gonna be a fucking dick to this guy. He already knows that. He's already gonna have truckers yelling at him because there's a truck wash in the parking lot of this truck stop, and that's where I was parked, next to a couple other trucks that were parked in front of this truck wash because it's shut down. They moved. It's not even open anymore. So basically, that's what I said. They don't want people parking in front of the truck wash. I said, oh, are they opening it back up in the morning? No, they moved to a different location. Okay, so they're not opening the truck wash tomorrow. So, and I was kind of inferring, I was kind of being sarcastic, like, so there's basically no justification for us fucking moving. Like, there's all this fucking space here. We're not blocking any right-of-ways. We're not in the way of anybody trying to park or get out of a parking spot. We're completely out of the fucking way. But you don't want us parking here. Why? You know? Oh, I get it. It's because they want us to... I even said that. I was like, so they want us parking in the paid parking then. He's like, if you can find another parking spot. I'm like, okay, yeah. The lot's already fucking full. That's what pisses me off. You know? If you want to have the option for paid parking, then fucking have it. But don't send your fucking security guard around in the middle of the night, banging on doors and waking people up. They gotta work. Some of these fucking guys probably gotta go to work, wake up to go to work in like 5-6 hours. You're banging on fucking doors, waking these guys. Let people park on the fucking curbs, as long as they're not in the way of anybody. You know? You got a problem where we're parking? Then how about you call some fucking tow trucks to come tow some of these goddamn drop trailers you got? They put up all these fucking signs that say drop trailers will be towed at owner's expense. But on the back row, there's 15 fucking drop trailers. They're probably gonna be there all weekend. I'm just saying. You know, I've dropped my trailer at a truck stop. I do it all the time. So, you know, run to the grocery store for 2 hours or something like that. But, you know, some of these places, these guys will drop the trailer and go to fuck home for the weekend. Ain't nobody paying attention to that. Well, there's nobody's door to bang on, you know? And I'm just saying, you know, when's the last time you saw a tow truck towing drop trailers out of a truck stop? When have they actually enforced that shit? You know? Get a tow truck out here to haul all these drop trailers off, and then all of us will have somewhere to park. We were not paying $15 fucking to park. I'm really interested to see what it's going to be like when the fucking ELD mandate goes through. You know, and see if parking gets as bad as they say it's going to get. I don't know. That just pisses me off. You know, if you want to give people the option to pay for parking, then fine. But don't send your fucking security. Like, I've been to places like that. I was at a I think it was like a Pilot in Columbus, Ohio, and I was bobtailing. I left my trailer at the drop yard and I was bobtailing, and I parked in like this yellow crosshatch area, you know, like the no parking area. We didn't say no parking, but it was like a yellow gridded area because it was in front of a light pole. And I figured, you know, I'll just park in front of the light pole. I'm just bobtailing. You know, I'll just back in right next to it. I'm not in anybody's way. I'm completely out of the way. You know, they could make this a bobtail parking spot. Fucking dude wakes me up, 2 hours later, banging on my door, saying, man, you can't, it's a no parking zone. I'm like, are you fucking serious, dude? I was pissed because the fucking dude woke me up. I was like, are you serious? Why the fuck can't I park here? I'm not in anybody's way. He's like, nah, man, you can't park here. Blah, blah, blah. And he woke a bunch of other trucks up, a bunch of other bobtails. So we all like went and parked out on the fucking street. What's the fucking point of that? What are you? What's the point? What are you accomplishing by doing that? It's just fucking bullshit. Well, then they'll have to pay to park, you know? I was already gonna spend money at your fucking piece of shit store. This makes me want to spend less money at your fucking stores. You know, this makes me want to avoid Petros and TAs more so than I already fucking do because of bullshit like this. You shitty fucking service. You know, you pay parking and shit like that. You know, you fucking suck. You know, I avoid places like this, you know, unless it's just really convenient for me, or you know, it's the only place and I really need to do laundry, and for some fucking reason Love's doesn't have laundry rooms. And I really like Love's, but they don't have any fucking laundry rooms, you know. But it just pisses me off. You know, I was already gonna fucking spend money here, but you know, I ain't paying for the parking either. Fuck them, because I'm here on a reset. And when I wake up in the morning, I'll move out of this pay spot and I'll go park in a regular spot. Fuck you. You know what? And you start banging on my... After I go to bed, they start banging on my fucking door. You know, because I don't have the receipt on the dashboard for paying for the spot. Look, you call the fucking cops out here to come bang on my fucking door or something. I don't give a fuck, because I'm not paying it. Fuck you. I'm not doing it. You can fucking blow me, dude. I'm not paying it. You're not fucking forcing me to pay for your parking spot. I don't know, it just pisses me off. And I know there's a lot of you guys that feel the same way, and there's actually a lot of you guys that think, you know, hey man, you don't fucking like it, go park somewhere else and shit. What I'm trying to say is, you know, you want me to spend money with you? Earn my fucking business. Don't force me to give you my money. Earn it. Fucking earn it. You know, this isn't Chicago. This isn't fucking Los Angeles. And this isn't Boston. This is fucking like small town USA, damn near about. It's like a small city. Maybe like 40,000 people, maybe something like that. Hey, you know, you should not be. There should not be this much paid parking. Not when you've got. This place is like fucking like 200 acres. This place is huge. Fuck, they got like a fucking, like a 14 lane fuel island out here. The fucking parking lot's massive. There's plenty of room to park out here. You don't need to be chasing trucks off your curbs. And it just pisses me off. Alright. Fucking rant over until the next one. Fuck it. I'll talk to you guys later.